today, and it's very sunny and very hot. But luckily, we're in this nice air-conditioned Japanese-style room
Where are you?
in Kyoto, Japan. I thought I said that already, but I didn't say Japan. I guess some people
Who
might know.
are you?
Oh, sorry, I am. I'm Andrew Palmer. I'm an employee of 17-bit, and my job title is basically. I like to call myself an artist, but everyone calls me a technical artist. That probably means you're not good enough to be an artist, but you know how to program and do other things, so we'll call you a technical artist. So I'm not particularly fond of that title, but yeah.
You're the best, Andy.
Thanks, Brett. This is this is Brett, who's he's organising all this today, the podcast.
No, I have nothing to do with this. I'm an impartial bystander.
So, should I move on to talking about the game?
Yeah, what are you gonna do today?
I'm going to be. First, I'll just talk about the game briefly. This I don't really know how to describe the game, but it's a very exciting shooting game with lots of strategy and lots of action. And we released The Void on Steam a little while ago. This is the DLC expansion for the game. This was released on Steam maybe a couple of months ago, and was it longer than that? I don't remember. But anyway, we finally released it on PlayStation 4 for all you PlayStation 4 owners, so you can download a copy and play it along with me if you really want to do that, or you can just watch me play and listen to what I have to say about the game. Today I want to play The Void because it's very combat focused, and that's what I really like about the game. And when I started playing the game, when I joined the team 2 years ago, this was before The Void existed. The game was I was playing story missions, and there's a lot of exploration as well as combat, and I like exploration, but I feel what really makes the game fun to play is the combat. And when I started playing, I used to stick to the ship, so there's two modes of there's two types of units that you can. What the hell? Okay, there's two units that you can control. Well, there's the same. Okay, you control a transforming spaceship. You can transform from the ship into a mech at any time that you want, once you've unlocked the mech, which happens after you complete the first season of story missions, which is also when the Void unlocks. And you can transform freely between the ship and the mech. And when I first started playing the game, I still like playing as the ship, but I would almost entirely focus on the ship because it's just it's a lot easier at first, whereas the mech is it has more specialized abilities. For example, you can grab enemies and beat them up, and you have a shield that you can bring up, and it's very melee focused, whereas the ship is distance range. So you can just kind of back off, and I'm a coward basically, so I just back away from the enemies and keep shooting them, which is a bit of a cheap tactic. But the mech also allows you to use the environment a lot more than you can with the ship. So there's lots of things in the game. So there'll be explosives, for example. You can shoot them with the ship when an enemy's near, and maybe you can kill the enemy. But with the mech, you can directly grab these items and throw them at the enemies. So I'm going to just start playing the game instead of blabbering on, and show you what I'm talking about. So this is The Void. It's not actually unlocked unless you've already completed the first season of Arcade or Rogue mode. So if you've just bought the game, then you won't see this. But anyway, just keep watching, and I'll. Is anyone watching?
Yeah.
You'll be watching on the YouTube.
They're watching now. There's people in there.
Okay.
Ask them how the levels are.
Yeah. How are the levels? Good. Okay. Good. Okay, I'm gonna start playing. So when you go into the Void, you have two basic modes that you can choose. So the daily challenge gives you so every day has a different loadout. Your ship starts with different weapons, and it's each day's loadout basically kind of encourages you to play in a certain style, and you only get one chance at the daily challenge. And then once you've finished it, then your score goes into the leaderboards. With the Void Run, you can play anytime you want, and that's what I'm going to start by playing. Because I have to be honest, I'm a little out of practice, so I may not get that far, and I don't want to waste my daily challenge chance while I'm still a bit rusty. So here we go. So this is the ship's mechanic, Crash. He's currently trapped in the void. When you're playing in the void mode, he's trapped there for like 20 years or something, and he's gone a bit crazy. So he's basically the same character that you'll see in the story mode, but he's transformed a bit by the void. Well, it's basically he's aged 20 years and he's lost a little bit of his sanity. So I've just started, and I have got no money, so I can't buy anything off him, and I'm not going to change my loadout. You start off with slightly more powerful weapons available to you at the beginning of the void than you do in the story mode, and that's just because it's much harder. So I'm going to start. So you start off every mission as the ship, but I wanted to show you the mech, so I'm gonna, well, I'll fly around and shoot things a bit with the ship, and then I'll transform and play only as the mech for the rest of the stream. So these guys are the Void Raiders, and they're actually kind of tricky as the ship because they have these shields on the front that block a lot of your shots, and you have to... Oh, I've knocked this guy's shields out actually. So now he's easy to destroy, but at the beginning he's quite tricky. But if you transform into the mech... Oh, I've already knocked his shield out, but the mech allows you to... Oh. The mech allows you to knock the shields out in one hit if you use the grapple. And here's some of the... This is an explosive crate, so if I'm the ship I can shoot them. But as the mech I can grab things and throw them at the enemy. So that was actually really easy with the mech. You can use this shield that you can bring up by pressing the square button, and you can charge your attack and run at enemies. And while you've got the shield up, they can't really do you much damage. You can go in and just launch a big heavy attack like I'm going to do now. Hopefully this won't be a complete disaster. Okay, so these are hammerheads. These are actually one of the tougher units in the game, but luckily they're only the first tier. In the Void there's 4 tiers of enemy, and the standard game only has 3 tiers, but we added an extra tier of super difficult enemies just to make sure people can't just cruise through the Void with ease. Okay, so these are more Void Raiders, and here's a Rhino. He hasn't got a tough shield, but oh, he has got a nasty machine gun. One thing I like to do with the mech is to grab enemies and then use them as a shield. You can't do this forever because they can escape from your grapple if you hold onto them for too long. So that's the first level of the Void. It starts off pretty easy, but it gets very hard very quickly. So I don't know how far I'll make it. Hopefully I'll make it to the 3rd level, maybe 3rd or 4th. We've got some rather... What's up? Okay, I will. Okay, I don't actually need to buy anything. I've got 488 salvage, but I can't really buy anything that I want. So this is a nice upgrade to have. It just gives you more missile capacity. But I'm playing the mech, so there's not really much point right now. So I think I'll... Yeah, I'm going to skip the upgrades and save my cash. Killed him with some explosives there. So these Imperials were distracted by a bug when I encountered them. So, and by bug I mean an enemy, not an actual game-stopping bug or anything. Oh, there's one over here as well. The factions fight among themselves, and you can use that to your advantage. So while they're distracted, you can get in and attack them like I'm doing here. So the bugs are stupid, and they just generally chase the nearest enemy. So one other thing that's kind of fun to do is to grab the bugs and throw them at the enemy. Oh. I'm going to transform to the ship. The ship's quite good at taking out these sentinel enemies because they charge at you and they have a melee attack, but you can use the juke to get out the way of their attack quite easily. There's a lot of hammerheads here. Shit. Oh, my shields are down as well. Crap, didn't notice that. Nice. What I just did there was I kind of lured the enemy back to where there was some explosives, and those explosives, if you shoot them just once, they have a timer on them, and you can, if you get it just right, the enemy will... Oh, don't distract me when there's a bazooka sentinel on screen, Brett. I'm gonna die. Okay, I think that's all the enemies clear on this level.
Can you turn your volume down if you're talking about it?
Oh, okay. Which volume? The mic? Oh, this is the mic volume. Okay.
No, that turns the volume down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I press the mic.
The mic will turn the mic off.
Yeah, what
Turns
you...
the mic off.
What? Is it off?
I hope
No, I haven't pressed the button.
But the volume is loud in your ears, so you're yelling
Oh, okay.
louder to
Ah,
talk
okay,
over
right.
the
Now I
volume,
understand.
but
Okay. Sorry, this is my first time streaming, as you can probably tell. Right, so now I've got quite a lot of cash, because there were some higher tiered enemies. There's 3 tiers of enemies in the main game and 4 on the Void, as I said before. And the higher tiers are harder to kill, so they give you more salvage when you kill them. And then you can use the salvage to buy items in Crash's stash. Shields overcharge, that's a It's more of a ship thing. It's pretty good though. Oh, I need a repair kit. Didn't notice that. And turbocharge will just allow me to go faster, which is always useful. Poison paint, not my favorite power up. Every time a bug will bite you, that will stun the bug. Again, yeah, most of the stuff here is good when you're the ship, but actually no, this is good even when you're the mech. I didn't think about that. Yeah, and it's cheap. So this enemy is he's a melee enemy, and he's very, very, very aggressive. And I've just realised that I'm about to die. He's actually got a theme. He's got a different skin to the default skin in the game. It's based on a character from Guacamelee, which is an awesome platform. Shit. Sorry for my rude language there. I'm British. We swear a lot. I didn't do very well. Did Tom do better than this? He probably did, didn't he?
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay, well, I'm going to start again, I suppose. Oh, I'm only 130th. That's not very good for someone who worked on the game and has played quite a lot of it. Anyway, I shall start again. See how far we can get back to the top. Are the levels good? Brett, can you tell?
I don't know.
No one's complaining, so I'll assume that they're fine. So maybe I could wait. But I'm thinking about doing a daily challenge. And today's is burn baby burn. So today's loadout would be, let's just go and have a look. So the daily challenge is mostly based on the ship, because the ship is more customizable in terms of what weapons you can equip. The mech just generally gets stronger as you get power-ups through the game, but the ship, some weapons are actually less powerful than the ones that you might already have equipped, but they're just better in certain situations. So here you've got the loadout today is burn baby burn is mostly fire-based weapons. So I've got a plasma core, so my shots will set enemies on fire, and I've got hellfire payload, so when I use missiles to hit enemies, that will also set them on fire. And then scatter muzzle. I don't really like scatter because it means I can't back off and shoot enemies from a distance, because it decreases the range of your ship, but it does increase your fire rate. Then heat sinks, so I can go into fire and not take damage, but the enemies can't. Strong locks just allows me to fire more missiles, and tightly packed gives me the ability to hold on to more missiles. So I'm going to just get started now. Okay. So as you can see, my shot's not going very far. I'll try and stay as in ship mode as much as I can. So I feel like it's kind of cheating if you transform to the mech. It's not really, but the mech doesn't really get any special abilities in this daily challenge. So I'm going to stick with the ship, just to show you the ship. I don't know. Sorry, I'm nervous. Normally in this kind of situation I think I would switch to the mech. Actually, I think I'm gonna switch to the mech just because it's cooler. So in the confined areas here, you can hit enemies really hard and they'll bounce off the walls and take additional damage, which really enhances the feeling of physicality with the melee combat. But I'm going to switch back to the ship because I said I'd show you the ship. So these are spitter bugs. Their pink shots actually don't hurt you, they just stun you, they kind of slow you down. But once you're slowed down, they can come in and deliver a nasty bite. Oh! That happens all the time. I don't think... Oh, I didn't get set on fire because I've got heat sinks. It looks like I'm on fire, but I didn't take any damage. So that's actually really powerful because I can use the mech to grab enemies and then throw them into the fire, and I don't really have any worry about getting set on fire myself. I hate these guys. It's so hard to hit. That's why I like the mech. You can just grab hold of them and shoot them. Not shoot them, you can grab them and smash their face in. So on the Void, there's usually an extra squad if you go past the warp beacon. This is where you exit the level and go on to the next one. But if you're aiming for a high score, you might want to search out the last squad. Usually, because the next level's enemies will be more difficult than the enemies on this level, so it's good to get the last squad just for those extra points. So some of the enemies, especially on the lower tiers, are quite... They're cowards, and when they lose their shields, they run away and try and hide from you, and that's what just happened there. So once you get off the first level, you can actually customize your ship and get away from the daily challenge loadout. But I think actually I want to show you what's available. But right now I don't have a great deal of money, so this game is kind of like reality. Hang on, yeah. Let's get this and this. So I don't like the scatter shot, so I'm going to switch back to basic. And I do like being able to set enemies on fire, so I'm going to stick with the plasma core. So as you can see now, I've got long range shots. It is much harder if you try not to use the mech. So what I was saying earlier was that you could use the mech to knock these shields out, as you see there. If you just grab them from the front, the grapple arm goes through the shield and knocks it out, which is really handy. Because sometimes it can take a long time to knock the shields down. Anyway, I'll switch back to the ship and deal with him. I think I'm going to get much further if I use the mech. Let's do this. So when I first started playing, I would generally not use the mech that much, and I think the reason was I was kind of afraid to get into very close, scrappy combat that is actually one of the mech's big strengths, because you've got the shield and you can just go in there and like you can wade in and smash enemies to pieces quite easily, especially as I said before, that throwing the enemies and hitting them against walls does them extra damage, which is something you don't really appreciate with the ship, because it doesn't really happen that often. Oh shit. I'm about to die. Again. No, 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 no. Oh no, no. They always hit me. I hate those things. What are you laughing at, Brett? So what I was just talking about is these explosive canisters. They tend to spiral around the level out of control, and they always seem to hit me. I'm going to hide away from it. They're a bit too chaotic for my taste. These are my favorite. These are really good against Imperials, the purple enemies. And the Imperials, especially on higher tiers, they have a lot of shield, which can be kind of annoying to take down. It doesn't really do anything against these bugs, but the Imperials have a lot of shields, and the plug. Oh shit! Oh shit! The plug just knocks the shields down in one hit, but it will also knock my shields down if I crash into it. So you've got to be careful around them. Oh, I can. I'll show you the plug in action. Some Imperials ahead. Where was the? There we go. Normally they have shields. You can just do this if you want. And they all lose their shields. And then you can go in and deal them health damage. Kill them very quickly. Especially these weaker enemies. Not these guys. These are a bit tougher. Plus they have a frontal shield like the Void Raiders.
Damn you!
I'm pretty low on health. I don't know whether I should go for the last squad or not. It's a bit risky. Oh shit, no, they killed me last time. I'm gonna just exit the stage. Go on to the next one. See if I can top my previous score, which was like 111,000 or something. Not very good. Okay, definitely need this. Now I don't have much money. Now this will help a lot, getting the assault muzzle. Just makes my shots fire a little bit quicker and a bit more accurately. So I don't know if anyone's noticed, but this area here, the hangar, has some logos from our friends. You can't see it anymore, so I'll mention it again next time if I make it to the next level. Oh, here's a tier 3 enemy. These guys are much tougher than the enemies you've seen so far. quickly get away and wait for my shield to regenerate. Oh. Oh, nice. Oh no. I'm gonna make this. See if this goes well. Probably not. Oh, this is where a plug would be very good. Oh god. No, this is not working out. Oh, there's one there. Excellent! He crashed into it of his own. Oh shit. I'm sorry to anyone who's offended by my use of swear words. Which I'm not sorry. So when you're the ship, you can directly avoid taking hits by just using the juke to juke over them. But the mech has a shield, and the shield can only take a certain amount of damage. But I still find that... Oh, crap. Damn. Didn't work out so good. Oh no, this is the Baron. Uh-oh. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna run away. The Baron is still out there. Where is he? Oh. There's a plug somewhere. That will help me a lot. Uh-oh. So that was an example of me just using the mech and kind of throwing him against the walls and just getting really aggressive. That's usually a good way to deal with him quickly. But the Baron has different weapons every time you meet him, and the weapon he had just now was the helix shot, which actually used to be a weapon that the player could pick up, but we decided it wasn't actually very. Oh sh. That didn't work out very good. Well, at least I did better than I did before. I did start with a bunch of cool weapons, but I did better. Huh? I don't think I... Oh, well, I'm number 1 today. That's good. Come and start playing and try and beat my score. It's not a very good score, to be honest, but I think you can... It's a good challenge to try and beat. Okay. Okay, so that's all we have time for. I've got to get back to work. So it's been fun, as always, playing this game. I hope you guys have just as much fun as we have playing the game. And if you're into streaming, please stream your games too. Goodbye.